This is 3DMARK Firstrike running on a 3.8 gigahertz Intel Core i7-10700K with 32 gigs of RAM and an 11 gigabyte NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. So this is what I call Firstrike Vanilla. This is just the standard run of Firstrike. The reason why it's not the Extreme or the Ultra is because I run every single one of my systems on the same Firstrike run. I want to see that. Now I will say, unlike games and a lot of other software, generally my understanding with these benchmarks is they do scale. So because I work with systems as old as 11 or 12 years and as new as 1 or 2 years, I really, this is as much for my own curiosity as it is to be useful for anyone that sees these videos. And I'm just curious how the various different systems I work with stack up against each other. Benchmarks aren't perfect. At the end of the day, my opinion is the only real test of a gaming computer is gaming. I don't believe that benchmarks are an end-all, be-all. They're great for measuring raw performance, but they are not good for... They can give you an indication of where you're going to sit on gaming, but it's not necessarily always representative of the actual in-game experience, so I like to do both. But I do like to see how the different systems score against each other. So I am going to kill the microphone for a little bit, let the benchmark run, and then I do have this logged in, so we will be able to look at the results online and compare them to my other systems that I have run. So, let's see how we did. Let's see here. Probably the highest graphics score I've gotten recently. I think I have one build with a 3080 in it. I'll have to look at that. So this is interesting to look at. See, everybody thinks they need more computer than this. So I know this is on the low end of high end, but this is still a fast computer by modern standards. Those of us that are just surrounded by hardware all day, every day, we kind of get numb to how high end a lot of people still regard this hardware. You know, it's like with the 9900K, most users still regard a 9900K as powerful hardware. It's just those of us that are in this you know, world, we see it as old, outdated equipment. But to most people, this is still a high-end computer. A 2080 Ti is a faster GPU than most people that you know are running. So take a look at this. This is the same build. So where's a good, let's see here. Yeah, it's even a good bit faster than the 2070. Man, I thought I had run. This will be interesting to see how close the faster processor got, or how good it did with the faster processor. Man, I could have sworn I had at least one. Maybe I don't. I thought I had a 3080 in here, but I guess I do not. I'm gonna have to get one of my probably my 13900K with my 4090 just for a point of reference on here at some point when I get a chance. Okay. But let's take a look. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I guess it did score. Looking at the 2070. Oh, wait. Oh, that's just physics. Okay. Yeah, so looking at the 2080 Ti versus the 2070, yeah, that's more in line with what I would have expected. And then, yeah, it looks like that's actually surprising. I'm surprised that the 10700K was that, because they're the same, fundamentally at the core, they're the same technology. They're both that 14 nanometer or whatever Intel was running for like a decade at the core. So I'm kind of surprised that that scored that much better. But I've been impressed with the 10700K so far. I've actually been really impressed with that chip. Okay, so I think that kind of just shows you guys a little bit of interesting stuff about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at 3DMARK Firstrike and the hardware comparisons, and thanks for watching.